Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do another example of calculating formula mass. We have a different formula this time. Al2SO43, aluminum sulfate. So the first thing we're going to do is list our elements. So every capital letter tells us a new element. So we've got capital A and lowercase l, so that's aluminum. And then we have a capital S, that's sulfur. And a capital O, that would be oxygen. So our first step, list the elements, check, done. Now we need to find those molar masses on the periodic table. So we're going to look those up on the P table. So aluminum is Al on the periodic table. It's right here. The molar mass is 26.98. So we write that down next to aluminum. Sulfur is right over there by aluminum. There we go. 32.06 is the molar mass. And then oxygen, again, that's that familiar one that hopefully we're memorizing by now. The molar mass is 16. Step 2, find those molar masses. Done. Check. Next step is to multiply those numbers, those molar masses, by the subscripts. So we look at the numbers touching each element. 2 is touching aluminum, so we will multiply that by 2. Sulfur is inside the parentheses. There's no number written, so we assume that's a 1. So we multiply by 1. But we also have to multiply by what's outside the parentheses. So times 3 as well right there. And then oxygen, we have a subscript 4 touching it. So 16 times 4, but we have to multiply by the number outside of the parentheses again, times 3. So now we need to use our calculator to actually do that multiplication. So the first one, aluminum, 26.98 times 2 gives us 53.96. And then we have sulfur. We're going to do 32.06 times 1 times 3. And that gives us 96.18. And then finally we have oxygen. So for oxygen we type 16 times 4 times 3, and hit enter, and we get 192. Step 3, multiply by the subscripts, taken care of. Step 4, now we're going to add all of these masses together. So give me a little plus sign here and an equals, and then in the calculator is where we can type that up. 53.96 plus 96.18 plus 192.0, and we hit enter, and we get 342.14 grams per mole. This is the formula mass of aluminum sulfate.